Facts and caps are finna go up, nigga. I'm just outside with my dog. Okay. I'm
en la ciencia.
Of course. Tryna move forward. Push.
He said, she said, he do what the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we gon' my back to back, and nigga, all be capping if we ain't got the facts. I mean, he said, he do what the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we gon' my back to back, and nigga, all be capping if we ain't got the facts. I mean, I'm in a
Hop on the mic and discuss every issue, might take a few shots. Kick back and relax, don't overreact, it's only your thoughts. Tell me it's a fact, so maybe it's cap, we never gon' stop.
Yeah, Facts and Cap, episode 33. We back, baby.
Episode motherfucking 33.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get right to it, man. The Super Bowl. 31-9. Tom Brady does it again.
Told y'all niggas, man.
Damn, what you said last episode.
Well, that's what I should have said.
So, you know,
that's the GOAT.
I was the only one that said Brady last week.
what y'all think about the game?
Shit was trash.
I don't think okay.
I ain't never seen a nigga run for his life so much in one fucking game. I felt bad for the nigga. That just go to show you though, one offensive lineman and you mix everybody up a week and a half.
They missed two
Yeah.
tackles.
So you do that before 2 weeks before, you don't have enough time to plan.
I love that because it just showed people how important how much of team sport football is. Like people get into the whole individual debate, which is cool, you know, that's what we do, but it goes to show you that it takes more than one person. You can't just put one person on a sorry-ass team and think automatically they're going to be the same player. Scheme fit matters. And then there's like adjustments matter. Like they got their ass blown out the first time playing a different scheme. The second time they said, alright, we're going to rush for cover 2 defense the whole game. You ain't going to beat us over the top.
Cover 2, nah, nigga. They had, alright, y'all rush. And all 4 or 5 y'all niggas just go way back. They playing 20 yards off the line.
Too deep though.
Nah, it was 4.
Yeah.
It was about 4 people.
Too deep. Like they take these. They didn't give up shit deep.
Yeah.
They was not giving up one deep touchdown.
But you know the bad thing?
That's how you gotta play them.
Mahomes, even though he was struggling for his life, he was getting the ball down there, and it was about as accurate as you can.
That's my critique. Yeah, you look nice doing the difficult shit, but why not change your strategy? If they taken away that, they still was trying to do it.
See, yeah, usually that's where I felt like they got good at this year because Pat Mahomes was like being patient. He was throwing the stuff underneath, you know what I'm saying? Because of course they don't want you to go over the top with that speed. And that's what he was doing. I don't know. I mean, in this in this particular one, they was trying to get them hitters. I think that I felt like that was more so.
Coach.
Once they got desperate, they just started, you know, you might try to play hero ball, and that was the issue. You can't do that. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined.
Even those linebackers coming across, I mean, you wasn't getting nothing across. Like, no crossing routes.
Devontae Davis, they was taking it away.
Tom Brady played well. That defense, though. That defense really.
Defense wins Super Bowl.
I don't think there was a bet in the world that said they wouldn't score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like nobody saw that coming.
Nah. Hell no.
Nobody saw that.
I need to check the stats in Vegas to see how many people took that because they won some bread.
I seen a man, like the man that was streaking, he won himself a $375K.
I might not do that shit, man.
Like he bet on it, like I guess somebody streaking during the game and he streaked himself.
He bet on himself.
He said he had a distraction and then he did it. It's like he had to pay bail and he got to jail. You good?
Yeah.
That's right. Up.
That bail ain't $300.
Nigga, what? Get you a nice little lawyer to get that shit thrown out.
Sponge nigga.
Yeah. So you know. So what does this mean for their legacies, for Tom and for Pat Mahomes?
I think it's no question.
Overreaction Monday.
Yes, very overreaction.
Go ahead.
There's nothing you can say bad about Tom Brady now. Like, he's done it all. He's done it with a different team. Did it with a different coach. Gronk was still there, but
he basically solidified that he's the
Even
GOAT.
more.
Even though
Even more.
he already was. But I think you beat the best player. Like you at 43, you beat the best player. I'll be like, okay, I think he solidified the fact that if you had any doubt that I'm that guy. That's the only thing I can say that he solidified.
I don't know, man. I thought he did that already after the Seattle and
I mean,
one. Now
no, not after Seattle.
After the Atlanta one, I felt like that was the end for me. Because after Seattle, I stopped.
Well, now that what I'm saying is he separated himself. So
I was like
I'm talking about like as far as 7 rings,
bro, like,
and just the way that he did it.
I think he separated himself more from like the Patriots and Bill Belichick more than the competition. Because now he showed he can do it with a different team. Because now their legacy is split now.
So you gotta look at this. I think he separated himself. I mean, both from the Patriots and from just anybody else, because look who he went through to win this championship too. Like he went through Drew Brees, he went through Aaron Rodgers.
He did,
and he just went through Pat Mahomes. So those are literally
cherry on the tops, man. Like, it's not. Like,
it's definitely a cherry on top.
That's like one of the most impressive roads. It might be. He did it all on the road. He did it. I get all that. I'm so used to that nigga doing incredible shit. I just didn't.
I mean, I think we all know
that
he's the GOAT.
He wasn't doing it with Bill Belichick.
Yeah. But next year, Pat Mahomes he got that smack back down to reality. Hey, next year, I think he's gonna be alright. I think you're gonna see it. He gonna work hard. I think he's gonna work hard this summer. I think you're gonna see a more added.
They need to work on that defense.
I think they might be a little figured out a bit. And I'm not trying to say they're not great. They're still great. I just feel like in football, everything great don't last unless you're Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But even Tom Brady didn't win a Super Bowl for like 10 years.
Yeah. So I think that it could be figured out, but at the same time, like I say, I think Pat Mahomes, like the thing that impresses me is that he gets better every year as far as just situational football. So like I said, that's what what they did to him in the Super Bowl is kind of how they started off the season playing him. Like they was not letting nobody get nothing over the top. And then he just learned that basically, okay, take what you can give me, take what you can give me, and I'm going to get 1 or 2 of those a game and I'm going to hit them. And that's what happened. But I just think that the whole team just looked nervous.
Yeah,
even the punters.
They dropped everybody.
Yeah, they all came out looking shook. So I just think that once it got out of control.
Referees didn't help.
Yeah,
I'm saying the calls didn't go their way.
Yeah. So
and I think and then having Andy Reid there, I think next year that defense is it's gonna be some changes.
What I say for Bill Belichick?
He got to make another run. I just think I
don't think that it's like he necessarily should have won that. But I agree with you.
Well, he just for argument's sake.
Yeah.
Just because your legacy before Brady ain't shit, and you just want to make sure after Brady ain't shit. Because you, at worst, you can say you ran Brady out too fast.
Yeah.
He proved that he still was good. You chose Cam over Brady, and obviously contract situation.
I don't think he chose Cam per se, but he
chose his available.
He literally.
I'm saying he chose Cam because Cam ended up being available. I think
he was gonna get
10 years from now. We're not gonna talk about the 1 year, $3 million deal. We're gonna say you pick Cam over Brady. That's what I'm on. That's my argument. Niggas on the day.
But then that's what we'll be like. Well, nigga, the context, nigga. I just think that him and Tom Brady didn't get along. It was an ego thing on both of their parts.
Even worse.
And Cam ended up being available because he was gonna go over.
It's not a bashing Cam thing. You pick a different quarterback. You chose not to resign Brady. That's how. That's how we're gonna remember it. And he won a Super Bowl the next year. What do you do? So, but he has time.
Yeah, he got time. I'm sure he's gonna be coaching again, for at least another 5 years.
It's just that
5, 6
when
years.
he was with the Browns, I think they had one playoff run. So he didn't do anything. Patriots before, even with Drew Bledsoe, there wasn't winning. So,
but to me, there's no way that. And listen, I've learned don't bet against Brady. I respect Brady. I respect everything he did. But there's no way you can't say that Belichick didn't contribute to that. Like the way that I look at it,
I agree.
I learned that coaching mattered when Sean Payton got suspended for that year.
So look what happened to the Saints.
Yeah, they were like fucking terrible. And even in their bad season, they'll still be like 7-9, 8-8. But when he didn't play, they were just awful. I was like, I ain't never seen them this awful.
I learned
Coaching matters.
The same way with Sean Payton when Drew Brees get hurt, when they put in Tyson, when they put in Teddy Bridgewater, and they still the same.
And they still win. They be undefeated when he don't play.
Andy Reid, every single quarterback, he gets so many niggas paid.
He gets
Sam Bradford, Nick Foles.
You can be good, but he's gonna elevate you to
every single quarterback he ever had.
Yeah.
So it's like coaching definitely matters, and they won the Super Bowls early with the defense.
Yeah.
But I'm not
facts, especially the first 3.
It was always the debate was who's more important.
Yeah.
So now it's just an argument. It's just saying Brady did it without you.
Yeah.
What you gonna do without Brady?
Sometimes look, you got another next year. What you gonna do?
Yeah. All right. So did y'all see the Honey Badger? Him and Brady. What did you say in the text message? What did you say that Brady said to him?
I made it up.
I thought you was dead ass. I was trying to read that nigga lips and everything after you said that shit.
Honey little bitch. Honey loser bitch.
I don't know what he said, but one thing I did find kind of funny, like, so Tom Brady, they said he sent him an apology after that. My thing is just, if it was all the way around,
You definitely wouldn't got no apology.
you know how that go. They'd have been on his head.
Bro, Honey Badger got the penalty.
Right, exactly.
Brady chased him.
Brady chased him down.
Honey Badger got the
So
penalty.
I don't know what he said,
But they were doing that. They were giving Brady.
You know
that
Brady
excuse.
wasn't getting that.
Yeah.
Getting no
Brady
I'm
can do
just
whatever
used
the
to
fuck
it.
He's just
he
being
wanna do.
passionate.
Yeah, he's
What's
Odell.
his cycle time?
Yeah. Odell, he punches a damn
He's a distraction.
net, a kicker net, and it's a distraction. We gotta trade him. It's like, nah, come on, bro. Because if he would have did that shit, they'd have been like, oh, see, there's no place in the game for that.
They would have been like, oh, there goes that old LSU Honey Badger. He's on the weed again.
Yeah, he's smoking the weed.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
Brady gonna play the politics. Send an apology.
And the last thing I guess we'll say out this, like I seen Andy Reid, they had the black, he had a predominantly black staff, so I seen people celebrating that. Do y'all think that that's something to celebrate? Do you think it's something to celebrate?
Honestly,
Because it's Bruce Arians, them, the assistant staff,
Yeah.
and then Andy Reid, his offensive coordinator. I'm biased because Todd Bowles was my ex-Jet coach, so I seen him as a head coach. I have my own opinion about him.
Yeah.
So all this, he needs to be a head coach after one game.
You don't agree with that shit?
Hell no, I don't agree with that shit. Where was that when they got their ass blown out the first time? Yeah, he did a great game plan.
Yeah.
But sometimes people are better coordinators than they are. Wade Phillips is a great defense coordinator. He was a sorry-ass Cowboys head coach.
yeah.
One of the best defense coordinators I've seen.
That was the best defense we had, though.
But when he's a head coach, when he got to make them time decisions, when you got to worry about the whole team and all that. But as far as the whole black and minority thing, I mean, they weren't head coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to see, but I mean, if you good, you good. If you ain't, you ain't. That whole color thing when it comes to coaches don't matter. I think it's about your talent and what you can do.
I don't really like the Rooney Rule.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I get the Rooney Rule, I guess.
I don't get it. It's not.
I get what they're trying to do, but I don't think it's effective.
It's not. It doesn't mean anything. Like
it's just all about relationships and like most jobs.
yeah,
It's just about
if
relationships.
there's a hot coach in college that said I want to coach in the NFL, like Nick Saban or somebody else, and they say the Rooney Rule, you got to interview a black coach. It's pointless.
Yeah.
I know who I want. I'm gonna interview you just so you get the.
That's more of a smack.
Well, that's why you see they trying to do.
Did you interview for wasting
You
my
see
time?
they trying to do now, like they talking about like maybe you get an extra pick if you get a black coach.
And I don't.
And that's like,
It's weird because it's like, especially with sports, because it's a competitive thing. But I don't know. It gets a little deep.
I hate when you bring politics into sport.
Because it's kind of like that's affirmative action.
Yeah, I think about that. My thing is, to be honest with you, bro, I didn't really celebrate that shit because I'm tired of seeing us being this is the first black thing for shit that should have been happening. So for me, it's like, I mean, cool, but like, Nah, nigga, they just now, you know what I mean? This just now happening. Football is a predominantly black sport. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is a predominantly black sport. But when it comes to coaching and ownership and management and shit, it ain't no niggas. So that's
you know what? I'd rather see that than coaching, personally.
Yeah.
I'd rather see general managers black. I'd rather see general managers black. That's what I'd rather see. Because, just personally. Because I feel like they really don't get no looks for that. But coaching, like, I don't want you to just force somebody to get a black coach just because they black.
Yeah.
And black, the black in me, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of,
you might be black and can't coach.
Yeah, like, don't force a team to pick a black coach.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying they're available and they're just as good and they're not getting picked just because they're black, I get it. Yeah. But you can't prove that.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know. It's weird. But the ruling day, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Personally.
All right, man. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's stuck.
If it's stolen, then it's stolen.
If it's stuck, then it's stolen. All right. So, in case you were under a rock, Cardi B dropped her single. You know, it's called "It's Up" or "Up." It's just "Up." And she dropped a visual with it and everything. The song, I fuck with the song. I thought it was pretty good, you know. I thought the visual was good, but that's what Cardi B gonna give you.
She's her roll up.
Yeah, she gonna give you consistency. So she dropped that, and then it turned into out the woodwork. It came to people's attention that somebody posted up like, "Hey, nigga, this was my song." This was my song first, and he played his song, and the cadence was kind of like the same. It was up, then it stuck, it was up, but that was kind of like, he said, I think that was his hook, like the whole hook, and hers,
use it for like a.
she says, I mean, it's similar. It sounds similar. I'll say that.
It's similar.
She ended up. People was trying to put up dates, you know, compare everything. Then they ended up saying like it's like 3 or 4 more songs out that's also saying if it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's stuck. So what y'all think about that? Do you think that she bit it?
I heard a whole bunch of like people saying it. Only heard one song. It was this black dude, and the beat was
from Jersey.
Damn near the exact same. The song was similar, but the hook wasn't the same.
You talking about the one that had the video?
He had the video of girls dancing.
Yeah, that was the main one.
Okay, but the hook was different. It wasn't. He didn't say up or anything like that. He was just like he was trying to sass it a little bit.
Yeah.
That beat was the same.
Yeah.
And the kind of if you was gonna steal a song, that's how I would do it. Steal the beat, change it up the tempo a little bit, and then just change the words and format the song. But niggas steal songs every day, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, as an artist, I know that shit sucks, but if you can't take it to court or whatever, if you can't prove it, if it's just similar, because beats, niggas don't redo beats all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that. And
I think it's similar, but it's not like a
I
copy.
I haven't heard a full out up song.
Yeah.
The phrase yet, but the hook is kind of different to me. So
yeah, I don't think it's that serious.
the beat I would definitely have.
But if I was him, I would try it too. But it ain't. You ain't gonna win it in court.
But if I was Cardi, I would just probably try to just maybe. No, actually no. Don't even separate yourself from all that. Fucking tell them to take more.
Because if you try to sell them, give some bread, now you gonna try to sue me for real.
Then it's just gonna open the door for everybody else.
Be like, hey, what about me?
And that's already been a thing with Cardi B. Like people always trying to say like, oh, you stole some shit, or niggas is always trying to like.
But I mean that hook.
Do something to her music. Like it's always some bullshit involved with her music.
Definitely stole Kodak. Like, yeah. Or paid homage, however you
I don't think she stole it. Yeah, she flipped.
That was clear.
Like,
it was clear. It was.
Now anybody with ears, but
she flipped.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that's already like the jacket they try to put on her, or whatever. But
something hard though.
Yeah, I think as well like. It's not gonna go well in court because it's up and stuck as a popular phrase. Like people say that. So
you ain't got to copyright it. So.
And it's not like don't get me wrong, I like the song, but like just the way that they said it, if it's up, then it's stuck. Like that, I can see both of them making that up. I also can see maybe Cardi B, like she had a lot of people to help her with her music. it could very well have been nothing to do with her. Like somebody could have just made that hook for her and was like, "Yo, record this."
That's probably
and she might not even, she might not even know where the shit came from. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing that's why the music game is so tricky, because the artist is the only person who represent the song, but really, it's other people who help. Yeah, it's other people who help. Songwriters, producers, you know, is shit just a nigga in the room there, you know what I mean?
All of them.
Yeah, so
who's part of the process.
I mean, it's gonna fall back on her, but I think at the same time, it's just like, you know, bro, don't waste your time, bro. If anything, I like shit. Get some clout off of it, you know what I mean? Like, do exactly what you did. Get your clout off of it.
And just keep it moving.
And keep it moving, bro. Try to work your best that you can.
But it do suck to be an independent artist. You make a song, a creative song, then a bigger artist kind of
come back and take your
flips
shit.
It.
Yeah. Even the flip, yeah.
The flip.
It's like, God damn. Yeah, it happens every day, B.
That's the game.
Yeah, so Tessica Brown is a lady who from New Orleans.
She was in a little sticky situation.
She wanted to put a little. She was hooking up her ponytail. You know what I'm saying? Slicking that hair down. She usually use that Gots to Be spray. You know, it frees your shit up, hold your shit real tight. But you know, I guess she needed a tighter hold. And she ran out of Gots to Be spray, and it came out, I guess, that maybe she thought that it was Gorilla Snot. That's another hair product. It's orange. You got a gorilla on it. So it looked similar to Gorilla Glue slick.
Mm-hmm.
And she sprayed some Gorilla Glue in her head.
Mm-hmm.
And when she first put up the video explaining what happened, she said it's been like that for a month, right? So let me read this story. Let me just read what's going on, because they've been taking her to the ER, everything. Look, she done got verified. She done got she got like 7 bands ran up on what's the shit?
GoFundMe.
On GoFundMe.
Well, 7 bands, I don't need a pair of scissors, cause that shit gotta go.
She put, so look, it says the issues between Tessica Brown and Gorilla Glue continues, because now she's suing them. Now she's thinking about suing them, right? It says it has been reported that Brown is planning to sue the company due to the fact that the label on the product does not mention "do not use on your hair." Instead, only mentions "do not use on your eyes, skin, or clothing." According to TMZ, the TikToker has spent 22 hours in the ER as nurses tried to loosen the glue from her hair. The hospital staff used acetone on the back of her head, which burned her scalp and caused glue to get soft before hardening back up. So, it says the company also says that all its products are considered to be permanent. So what do y'all think? Y'all think she has a snowball chance in hell on winning this case?
Fuck out of here. Hell no.
They don't say hair on there, do it?
No, you can put it in your hair. That's your choice. It ain't gonna kill you. It might fuck your hair up, but it ain't gonna kill you.
But see,
at first I was like, hell
if
no.
you use that argument, right, then
Every
why even put anything on the label then? So if we just say it's permanent, you put it anywhere it's permanent. Why don't put it on your hands, your eyes, you know what I mean? Like, why say those specific places but not your hair? That's what they gonna be their argument.
People that got paid before. There's this lady that got paid millions for the McDonald's. Like, it didn't, like, everybody know McDonald's is hot, but it was
the coffee, right?
Yeah, and it burned her on her way to work. And then she was like, oh.
So, and she got
millions.
Yeah.
They had to change the way they do it.
Like, they have to put like hot, so like a
Severe
label,
hot.
severe hot, like something on the label now. Like, if you look at the cup.
All I'm saying is that sometimes it's lucky to be first.
Yeah. I think that she don't deserve it, but I've seen let niggas win for less. So a settlement, something.
I don't think, man. She probably will win something. I don't think that's some bullshit.
It is some BS though. Told her to turn dumbass put that shit in her hair, but
I seen a picture before we came in here and started. Like, they finally starting to get it to loosen out. Like, her scalp probably can breathe now. It's still like chunks together and it's like a lot of hair coming out.
yeah,
It's like, baby, just go and cut that off and get your wig on. It's up. and it's stuck. Just get your
It's up and it's stuck.
It's up and it's stuck, baby girl. Just go and get you something else.
Just hit up Cousin Sticky. He would have had a better product.
Sticky icky. He definitely would have found you some, goddamn.
Have you ever got Gorilla Glue on your finger?
Yes.
You know how long this shit to come off just your finger?
Facts. You scraping that shit off just all day. I put some Gorilla Glue on something the other day, and that shit, like, I tried pulling it apart because I put it on the wrong shit. And I still can't. I was like, shit, it's just gonna be like that, I guess. So fuck it. Wildin' Out is back. Wildin' Out is back. So from the headlines I seen, it says Nick Cannon apologized or, you know,
Made amends.
Like, they made it seem like Nick Cannon reached out. I'm not sure. I seen a lot of people saying, like, that's a sucker move. Like, you know, look how they did you. Why would you try to do that? You know, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that that's a sucker move, or is it like, shit, I mean,
From what I
culture,
understand,
I want my money.
he made the initial comments as a kind of like a question. He kind of asked, I don't know if I'm saying anything wrong, but as far as I know, this is what I know. Backlash. And then he said, I'm not apologizing unless somebody tell me what I did wrong. I'm not just apologizing if you tell me.
Yeah.
So then, from what I understand, he's done a lot of work with the Jewish community, with like the rabbis and all that. And that's...
He basically has an understanding of how he could have been offensive.
So, I guess if he felt that he said something wrong, his way of fixing it, then no. Because like I was proud of him for standing on what he believed in and fighting the company, but either way.
Yeah, at the same time, it's like, bro, you probably been just doing the show too.
I mean, it's like you giving up. That's your baby. Like,
Yeah.
But it's not even that. Nick Cannon's the type of nigga I think that he loved the people that he was working with. So that right there is slowing down their money. Take Carlos, DC, Chico out of it. Rest of them niggas, they need that check. Like they not making their own money on that. Outside of that, as
not wilding out money.
Yeah, and he's been working with that Viacom forever.
Yeah.
Since he was a kid, so I'm sure he had a good relationship with them.
Yeah.
I'm sure he understood the business. Like, listen, we got sponsors and shit. We can't fuck up Jewish money.
I do think it's fucked up though how fast they got rid of him. And it's like, nigga, y'all have only been playing ridiculousness since he left. Like, there's nothing else. There's nothing else that come to there. Like, that nigga literally is
Martin, Fresh Prince, ridiculous. That's
literally. And so it's just, I just think, like, especially how you just said, like, he had that super long relationship with them. You been working with them as a kid. Why y'all so quick to? But that goes to show, like, just the power that other, you know, people from other different places, you know, non-black people hold, like, in the, you know, the Jewish community, allegedly. You know, they say the power that they have. Think about that. Gotta be some power if they can just drop this man off. Hey, nah, you ain't here no more. They probably got a call. Get rid of him.
In their defense, they gave him an ultimatum. Say sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't tell a grown ass man to apologize. But once he figured out,
you can,
and he don't have.
He didn't have to.
Yeah.
And they got rid of him.
And that's
but
why
I
think he got a better understanding. I was like, all right, I see what I did wrong. My bad, y'all.
I think that's what happened. So I'm not mad at he did, but I think he more mad at the black community. To be honest, because at first it seemed like the perception was, yeah, nigga, we running for you, and then I don't remember. It was like he was like, damn, niggas mad at me now too, like.
I remember when I first heard it. I don't remember exactly what he said now, but when I heard it, I was kind of like on the fence about what he said. Like, I was like, I don't really know. Like,
I think he said the black people are real Jews.
Yeah, something like that.
Children of Israel.
Yeah.
It's a common.
So I just was just like, I don't really. You know what? That's something I stay out of when I listen to that type of shit, because that's not really my background. So, but so that show came, but now another show has been paused, and that's T.I. and Tiny. They Family Hustle show has been paused. So, I think the thing about that is there are no charges. They weren't charged for anything. Nobody came out and said this is what happened to me. Nobody put a face on nothing. They said they even proved that Shawty was like just reposting anything with no.
Everything's been anonymous or fake.
Yes, everything's been anonymous or fake. and they paused the production because of the allegations. Now, do you think that that's fair?
Well, I was gonna say, would you do that if you're the production company?
No, I'll keep going.
Okay.
Cause I mean, at the end of the day, I think people still gonna watch it. That's just me. I feel like people still gonna watch it. I think now these people, it's easy for me to say keep going though because it's not my money being invested. But
it just depends on what type
at
of
the
pressure
same
they
time,
get from the sponsors.
I just know what kind of pressure they get. I feel like it's like, I don't know.
I know these people a lot of these companies overreact.
Facts.
Period. Anyway, so what I'm saying is I don't think it's nothing to overreact to because it hasn't been any charges. Maybe if you say, I don't know if you pause production, I would maybe pause when I'm putting the episode out, maybe give it a little bit more time, see what's gonna happen. But to just pause the production,
lose money, pause production too.
yeah. So I'm just like I don't really agree with that, especially just like you said. They've been doing this shit. They've had shows. He had the other show with Viacom, Road to Redemption. Like he's on Hip Hop Squares. Like y'all have a good relationship too, and it's just that's another one. It's just seeming to be a pattern. Like these dudes might have a fuck up, and then it's just like get out the door.
It's business though, man.
It is business. I get it, but it just seemed I like pulling out that black card, but
I would say it's that too, but it's also like I think Nick. We don't know how good their relationship is, like if it's like fucked up or it's just kind of like, alright, we're gonna keep it business, I'm back. We don't know. But maybe it's like a tip. Let's just wait till the storm goes over.
Yeah.
Just in case, it's just for everybody's benefit. Let's just give it a few weeks. If nothing comes of it, we'll roll back. Let's just chill. We can't take a risk right now.
yeah.
And I don't
That's logical.
I don't think that's like a fuck you friend or like I think that could be
that's logical. When you put it like that, that's logical.
just like let's just be on the safe side.
Like let's just make sure that we
There's no court case. We can't proceed if this is going to court. If innocent or guilty, it's just not a good look. So if there's gonna be anything that pops up, if it's gonna blow over, if you gonna sue counsel, all right, we're not stopping. We're not firing you, or we still have plans. We're just halting for a minute.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the.
I can see how that'd be frustrating though. I can see that. Alright, Kodak Black. He done popped out, and he looking like Jay Black. He looking like young, what I'm saying, the Project Baby. Just with a wig on or some shit. So, now they saying he a clone.
We let the Gucci
Kodak clone.
So why do y'all think that people can't accept you when they get out of jail?
Some nigga shit.
They don't even get niggas time to adjust to be back in regular life.
Yeah, he just looked serious, and this was based off of just a clip where somebody was talking. He was at an event. Somebody was talking, and he just sounded like he was being. He looked to me just like he was being attentive, listening to what he's saying. And look, and a nigga that's been in solitary confinement for over a year, and then you just stick him in a room with Corona. In the time of Corona, and just people, like, you gotta give a nigga time, you know what I mean? Like,
what type of trauma it is?
I'm about to say
they was talking about how he was being assaulted, he was being starved, like he was going through it. He was I was looking up the case, like, and just what prison he was at. That's one of the worst prisons in the country. And then he went to prison for a paperwork, paperwork failure. And they said he should have been in a level like 3 or 4, I think they said, prison, and they put him in a 5. You know what I'm saying? Usually that's like a 2-year sentence, 1-year sentence or something. He got 5. So they was out for him. They was out for him, but at this, like, I just think that people don't realize like the trauma of being in jail. Like, to call him a clone, it's like, I don't know about that. Like, ain't no telling what that man saw in there, So I don't know. Did you see the video of the security guard pulling him out of the club? I still don't understand what that was about.
At first, I thought it was almost not beef, but like move a little nigga. But from when I started, they kind of looked like they seen something.
Yeah.
And then the next frame, he's like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So I guess they saw something that he's like.
That nigga look like John Cena. That nigga did his fucking job.
Yeah, he's like he's doing a job like.
And that's why you need, and that's exactly why you get security, good security.
Not your homeboy.
Yeah, not your homeboy, because your homeboy, they be high, they be drunk.
They leave you.
They leave you, you know what I'm saying? Or they try to start unnecessary shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's why you get good security right there, because they was on point. They had that nigga yoked up by his hoodie like a little ass boy.
Man.
That nigga Kodak he was vibing, he was, fuck yeah, nigga. All you just seen was his hair just,
Fucking on my check.
Probably say that nigga life.
for real, because I couldn't tell like if those niggas was with him. That was like the little crowd that came when they went through the door and they blocked them off. I couldn't tell if like maybe them niggas was headed towards Kodak or if that was like just his entourage or some shit trying to keep up with them, trying to figure out what was going on. But
Shit, he need to leave that entourage too.
he must have seen some. He must have seen some dangerous shit for a nigga just yoke you up like that.
And then, like, he just yoked his ass up.
Yeah. Listen, John Cena, I see you, boy. You can't. I see you. I know he can't see you, but I see
teach
you.
a security class.
Listen, that nigga was that. Hey, that's what I want my security to do, nigga. I don't even want to know what happened.
Yoke my ass.
I want to get in the car and be like, hey, nigga, what this all about? He's like, yeah, to your 24, to your 12, he was right there. So yeah, I like that kind of shit. Another nigga back, y'all. Rainbow Hair, 69. So he was back. He's been putting out snippets. It just didn't seem like it's hit. I was reading the comments, like just interested. Like, damn, I wonder if he coming back and trying to do the same shit. Like he's still trying to beef, you know. Like, and I'm looking at the comments, and the comments ain't really as on his side no more like they used to be.
They're more like stop.
Yeah.
I feel the momentum drop when the music was flop, but it's starting to be like, yo, you're just an internet troll now.
Yeah.
Like niggas will watch you on Instagram, but that's it.
Yeah, you're the one.
I don't think nobody take them serious musically anymore.
Yeah, like you're gonna break all kind of records for views, like especially if you just go away and keep coming back, keep coming back.
It's like a train wreck, but like there's no substance to it. And the songs, like usually I like some of those old songs. This year is just like that's all you got.
Yeah, it's like you've been dark, you've been going quiet, like, and I'm just hearing songs. I'm just like,
that's it, bruh. Yeah.
I don't know, bruh. Shit.
Call it Freeway.
Do something. You go shoot somebody, nigga. That's the best I can tell you. Go do it.
Plan another robbery.
So I wanted to talk about this last week, but we didn't get to it. You know, being that we had 3 extra guests. Shout out to y'all.
And also apologize for people for the audio. I think we got it fixed now. So if you're listening to it and it, y'all notice it, appreciate the feedback. No pun intended.
I noticed I got there an hour and 1 second, or hour and 1 minute. I mean, the sound went out. So we working on that. You know, we try to figure out what's happening.
To help us out, man. Check that sound right there.
Yeah.
Cash App.
Facts and Cap 2.
Cap 2. Cash App us, man.
Yeah, send us $1 if you fuck with us.
So send us some money.
Send
Get some
us
mics, some studio up. You know, we working.
Give it to us. So, Lil Uzi, aka Thanos, or like gay Thanos.
Yeah, it's Vision.
Yeah, he Vision. That's what I'm thinking. Thanos just ripping the shit out of his head. That's why I said Thanos. My bad. Vision. Shout out to WandaVision too. But Lil Uzi, allegedly he got a $24 million
24 karat, man.
Diamond encrusted piercing going on, and probably like a month before that, Sauce Walker had got a diamond in his face. And if y'all don't know who Sauce Walker is, he's a rapper, but he's more of a internet personality as well at this point, and that's how he kind of stays relevant. And he's from Houston, Texas.
He's the son of a wrestler.
Yeah, his dad is a wrestler, and you can definitely see just the acting and the personality and like the shit he do. Like sometimes this shit be funny. This nigga's always driving with his shirt off, yelling in the phone and shit. He's beefing with damn near the whole Atlanta at this point. Cause you know him and Young Thug, they got some shit going on. Gunna by association, and now 21 commented on Clubhouse and said, basically he was like, they shits is ugly that they getting in their face, and then he said that he think that Sauce Walker shit is cubic zirconium. He said he think that shit is cubic zirconium. Now what I found interesting, Sauce Walker usually is like no holds barred, disrespect. Like he came at Drake before and he was cool with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely, I would say, like he is kind of a trendsetter. Like he was saying drip and sauce and all that shit first. But I guess he feel like he never gets credit. That's why he always is so on edge about shit.
Do shit but don't get credit for it.
Yeah, like, so basically he didn't really come at 21, I think, like the way everybody thought he would. Like he kind of
came at him, but
he didn't say his name. He kind of said some subliminal shit. Like I don't know, it just seemed weird. Like the way that he came at it. Like
that was your initial impression.
I've been watching Sauce Walker for like 6-7 years.
He didn't come at him.
He come at every nigga. Do you see how he be coming at Young Thug?
Yeah.
I want to punch you, a bitch. You gay. You like he go crazy on him. Like, and it'd be the littlest stuff. Like Young Thug don't even be saying nothing about him. This nigga might just, you know what I mean? Like I've seen him have beefs for less, like about less shit. And I mean, he literally said, "Yo, Sauce Walker, I think your shit fake," basically. And Sauce Walker is big on jury, so I would have thought that he was gonna come, kind of crazy. But it seemed like maybe something happened that we don't know. Cause then he said something about, "You selling that weed over there or some shit," and then
he said something like, "We know." He said something like about exposing him about something.
Yeah, he threatened.
He threatened him,
but it wasn't like
he didn't expose him.
It wasn't like how he come at, to me, like the way he usually come at people. And
nigga know how to pick his battles.
21 said some shit, like he was saying shit, and then they posted up the screenshot.
DM. So.
And he was talking about, I had the whole, I had money on my head in Atlanta and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, maybe that got something to do. I'm not saying 21 got something to do with it, but his personal beef with Young Thug been going on, but maybe he tried to be more careful about, his relationship with people in that city, because you want to be in the music game.
21, he was like, I don't want no smoke, gang. And then it seemed like they had a rapport.
Yeah.
At least a public rapport. Because I was thinking the same thing. I
don't even think it's necessarily
crazy. Yeah. But I was like, man, hopefully he's taking it as a joke.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he had, that's what I was assuming that maybe he did. But that's what I thought at first. But when he said, like, it's money on my head in Atlanta, that's when I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. So I don't know, maybe he tried to
behind the scenes shit. Like,
maybe he trying to get his, relationships and shit going. I don't know.
He wasn't trying to get them to up their price.
So the All-Star game. They have an All-Star game. The league. NBA.
Before we go, facts or cap?
Fuck no.
That's cap.
24K, baby. That shit is not 24 million. Lil Uzi ain't got 24 million to be paying. He tried to say he been paying it off for years. Lil Uzi ain't got that money.
Full cap, rapper lie.
Lil, like if you really believe that, you have lost your fucking mind.
Rapper be lying.
Lil Uzi, I'm sure he's spending money on a whole bunch of shit he ain't supposed to be spending money on. But he don't have 24 million. Even over the last couple of years trying to pay that off, no. That's cap. That's so cap. So the All-Star game, the league, they wanted it and they got it. They're getting a lot of pushback. I see De'Aaron Fox, LeBron, Giannis, all of them are speaking and saying they don't understand why it's needed. It's just a money grab. You feel that you feel the same way, or do you feel like it's other reasoning behind it, or it's just one more game? What's the deal? What's the big deal? Blah blah blah.
I'll be conflicted. I don't understand why they didn't get the players' feedback before they did it, because it seemed like the players were blindsided.
Allegedly, they said at the beginning of the season that they said it wasn't gonna be one. That's what the players was told.
That was probably part of the reason why they all agreed to come.
So I think that's probably one of the. Adam Silver usually, if he's been good track record, it's kind of like doesn't really make sense. So in that aspect,
and it's in Atlanta.
That makes it worse.
But
and they gave.
Is it selfish?
And they lifted like a travel ban for the players for a week. So you go anywhere in the United States you want to be.
I don't think it's smart. But then again, if it's so much of a safety hassle, why even play in the first place?
That's what I think. I feel that way. Because my thing is like this. I'm just looking at it like worst case scenario, especially once I seen that they lifted the little travel ban. So, you know that means that probably the younger players is coming to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? They want to party. They want to, you know, they want to bullshit and be at the club, shit like that. So now just think about all those people potentially going back to their teams and just even just on the court. If somebody, because it's only one day. It's one official day for All-Star Weekend. So think about if they, you know, you can give somebody a test and it not be detected in that one day.
Yeah.
So now you might have gave it to 3-4 different players, and then that week go by and we go back around each other. Now you got a league-wide problem, and then now you gonna hear, now you about to be hearing like, oh, y'all shouldn't have did this, y'all da da da. So is the money more important that you can get from that, or are you really caring about the safety? That's really what it comes down to me.
The issue isn't actually the All-Star game. It's everything else that goes on around the All-Star game, and I think that's why the issue.
I think it's the All-Star game.
I don't think it's the game. I think that's why LeBron them said like, and then you pick the one city that's open because that right there, like if they put this in a city,
you got 15 different representations of teams coming all together.
Traveling, and that's what I'm saying. They travel all the time. That's not. I don't think there's. I think that the issue is that you're literally sending other teams. You're sending everybody together, and then you're sending them back out.
So it's kind of like.
So you're saying something.
You can't contact trace with two teams.
Yeah.
Now you're literally. Well, not every team. Everybody ain't got an all-star, but
Yeah.
majority of the league is not.
I just think it's bigger than that. I think it's more so being in Atlanta, they know these niggas is gonna be out partying and doing extra.
But see, they didn't even say that part at first. Like that wasn't the issue. Like their issue. Like LeBron was saying, we're speaking about the game. That was literally all the players' issues. Like if we gonna talk about safety, and we gotta do all this extra shit. Remember how they just keep adding shit to games, like. You can't
Kevin Durant shit.
Yeah, like you can't do this like the Kevin Durant shit. You got all this shit going on, but we gonna do the All-Star game.
Like they said he was in a protocol, and then they let him play, and then halfway, 3/4 of the game they took him out. So
basically, what happened was he was like his trainer, one of the trainers. They got they took their test and it came back inconclusive. I guess the rules if you're inconclusive, then you can still play if you were in contact with the person. So he played the 3 quarters, and then they redid the test, and it came back that he was positive, so they pulled Kevin Durant from the game. I think that,
Kevin Durant,
to be honest with you, I don't think...
he took over 100 tests and he's been negative, like literally.
Yeah. I don't think that, you know what, the protocol, that's the thing. That's why I feel like it's like the protocol gonna be the protocol, like, I understand that. I really was like, I get it, Kevin Durant, that's frustrating, especially for a nigga who ain't played ball in like a year and some change. Then you just want to get out there and play, and this your second protocol. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you probably already got the antibodies anyway, so like you probably feel like you straight. But that's just the rules. Like you can't really get mad at the rules.
I can. I don't. They don't work. They're not, and
I don't think nothing's gonna be 100%.
And I get that. It's almost like we're just doing the best we can, but. It's almost, I get that, I get it, but in the second thought, it's almost like, it's not working.
I feel like what they should have did was, they need to change that rule. If it's inconclusive and you about to play, then you just can't play. Because I don't think he would have felt the way if he just had to sit down. He would have felt the same if he just had to sit down rather than playing in the game and then being pulled. You know, he couldn't start because he was waiting. Then it's like go out and play, then it's come back. I can see how that's frustrating.
I agree. So they probably need to have more hardcore sets. Like,
yeah.
If there's any doubt, don't play.
That's what it should be.
But then it's just.
I get it. But we know that it's gonna be. We know it's gonna be cold. We know that's just the part right now. That's how it is. But I just think that the All-Star game, I think that was just a little bit more foul to me. Like, so. Here we go, yo. Say what? What's this scenario?
Hey.
Alright. So John and Kim, they've been dating for 2 weeks. This is a fresh relationship. Say they got together, they first official day together was February 1st, right? So Valentine's Day is this weekend. Say they've known each other for like a little over a month, right? Kim, she expects, gifts for Valentine's Day. And John, he planned on getting her a gift, getting all the, essentials for the hotel and everything like that, right? He ain't got none yet from her. But he basically told her, like, yo, if I get you all that, I need some ass.
He basically
told her that. He told her that, right?
Okay.
So my thing is, I guess the question I'm asking is, how would you go about Valentine's Day that early into a talking stage? Like, would you expect ass? Let's say that they're just talking and they ain't necessarily all the way committed.
I bet for that shit is like, damn, do I go all in? This bitch been like even. She ain't thrown it yet.
Yeah.
I've been in the talking stage.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I don't know what you're supposed to do. It's like, this shit might not even work out.
Facts. I done seen niggas go all out, and then 2 weeks later it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, so.
Some girls, they just wait for this time of year to get a nigga to buy something and be done with them by the 15th.
This is the cut the season deadline.
If she ain't give you no ass yet,
Super Bowl.
play safe.
Yeah.
Play it safe, because it's like, if it's gonna be worth it, if y'all all gonna work out, you got next year to make it up.
Facts.
If not, then you wasting your time. So
That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I look at it like, you can do something subtle. Like, you don't have to get a hotel. You have to do that. But, y'all can go out to eat. And, maybe get a, something nice, clever. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to necessarily be expensive. But, you can get her something clever. And like you said, if it work out, maybe do something nice for her in a month or something. Just see where y'all headed. And that's the thing too. You don't wanna go all out for your girl, and then you only do it for 2 weeks. Cause then now your expectations even higher. The next one they come around like
you can't smash it. That should be trash.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like
I mean, Valentine's Day shouldn't be that big of a big deal anyway. It's a made up holiday, so y'all just getting in the talking stage. You buy a little some chocolate, some flowers, something small like. But if you expecting to get all that,
send some roses to her job. And say, dinner tonight.
That's how you win over the friends.
That's exactly how you do it.
Win over the friends. You're like, oh girl, you got a good one. But you ain't got to do that much.
Yeah, like you ain't got to be. I swear everybody that I know that goes so crazy on Valentine's Day. And
1 month later.
It's literally like that shit is so different. But I mean shit, if that's just what you want to do.
You're a hopeless romantic.
That's cool, and just don't. Expecting ass though, I would never tell a nigga like, you can expect, but just if you don't get it, don't have no attitude. Yeah, I wouldn't have said that to her.
Like, what? Unless that's like how y'all joke or something, but
I mean,
nah, but if you my girl and we've been going out for 2 weeks though, you do slick. Come on, me some ass.
Like you got to how long we talking?
How you say it? Like,
I ain't gonna say it like that. But I'm just saying in my head, I'm like, I'm deflowering your ass on Valentine's Day, right down the rose petals. So shit.
Especially if you want all that.
Facts. Like, what we doing? I'll just say that really, John, you a simp for not hitting before you even committed. Like, I ain't never went in Baskin Robbins and not tasting no sample.
You ever bought a car without driving?
I go to the Chinese spot and sample sesame chicken every time. I need to know how that shit tastes. Yeah, so you really some kind of simp. So I see why you want to go crazy on Valentine's Day, laying at me. Alright. So you have a girlfriend of 3 years, right? She just started hanging out with a couple girls that she met a couple months ago. And if I could label them anything, I would label them fun girls, the friends. So the fun girls is the girls that's, they know they in all the sections. You go out with them, they in the sections, they always got a nigga there, an African at the spot.
They
got some scammers, they got some, they got everything. They got an abundance of connections, right? I don't know if they fucking and sucking or not, but you can think about that. So basically she with the fun girls, right? So this is your girl. The Super Bowl was in Tampa last week, and the Fun Girls had convinced your girlfriend to fly to Tampa literally last minute. Mind you, she's not interested in football at all. She could give two fucks about football. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how insecure are you as a boyfriend about that situation? And what do you tell her?
Is 10 the highest you can go?
Yeah.
You can't go
1 to 10.
15, 18, 19. What? You crazy? Are you insane? It's like two things. You just Super Bowl and All-Star game. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what do you? And then the Fun Girls too.
The Fun Girls.
Like I'm not saying like you automatically that's what you're gonna be thinking, but it never needs to be that way. You
Yeah.
just get there, then you get Trey Songz. Like it happens. So
Get Trey Songz.
no,
Trey Songz, he running around this bitch too, cause he leaking his news and shit. He trying his best to goddamn
like
get out there.
like nah, baby, please, like you do whatever you gotta do.
Baby, please, baby, please.
Please help me. I'm not comfortable with that.
at 1. Cause your ass ain't going. That's the thing, like these weren't your day ones. You ain't had these friends before we got together. All of a sudden you go get a new job and you get some old friends. No, ain't gonna be no holding around here.
Yeah.
Super Bowl hoes?
That's a dub.
Hell nah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want you to go to the compound with them.
Yeah. So for me, that's facts. For me, yeah, my insecurity radar is on like 175.
I don't think that's insecure. That's
That
smart.
is an insecurity.
That's being smart.
Listen,
They
you
both
can call it what you
true.
want to call it, but that's insecurity right there. And we all be insecure about shit. So I look at it like this. I remember talking to Saz one time, and she was telling me how like her nigga is not allowed to ever go on no trip with his niggas to Dominican Republic. That's what she said. For reasons I don't know. I ain't never been, so I ain't gonna go into detail. But there are certain areas.
I heard.
I'm saying no. They're saying there's certain areas like where your significant other, you like, hold on, in like a sporting event, you know that all the rappers there. You know that all the goddamn, you know, it's just gonna be crazy. And on side of that, it is dangerous, you know, at the time too. So, and you going with some people you don't fucking know. Like y'all just go to the club together. And these girls, they just, you know what type of shit they be on. Nah, I'm with Brandon. You probably ain't going. Like, no. You better get her ass an ultimatum. Give her an ultimatum. Like, look, if you leave, don't come back. She turn around, she leave. Baby, please. Damn, that's like going to opening night at the NBA or like goddamn. Or, you know, like you said, All-Star Weekend, you know, the girl that put their pictures of them heels up, like the heels on the floor, like at the Laker game.
What Wayne say on Dre's song? If she's there opening night, she's fucking
That was Sauce Walker.
Like,
That was, he sampled Sauce Walker saying that shit.
See, look, man, it's all about your friend. Like, you gotta evaluate her friend.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like if she would have went with some day ones, then I probably would be a little bit more secure.
Like, I know.
Somebody who I feel like they stand.
Y'all might sit at the bar, guys gonna come try to talk to y'all. Y'all don't get a few drinks out of them, but alright, y'all go about
I think
y'all.
that's the straw. Like
Yeah, the friends,
the friends you going with. Cause it's like I know they busting it open.
Yeah.
And you don't even know them like that to be traveling
Thanks.
with. Soup.
So yeah, I can understand that.
That's a bit.
Damn. All right. Last one. You just started dating a girl that you met at the gym, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say that you new to that town, so you really can't get, you know, the whole facts on her. Like you don't know her, you don't know her type. Mm-hmm. You know, as time goes on, you notice that her taste in men are all ball players, rappers, scammers, right? But you work at Lens Crafters. You're a manager at Lens Crafters. Does that put like her on your radar? Like maybe she got some ulterior motives, or like this isn't gonna work. Not necessarily ulterior motives, but like this isn't gonna work.
Kill me
Because I know what type of nigga she like. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll be like,
Go ahead, you about to say a bitch.
I'm finna sell her some of these glasses I wear because clearly she got me confused. Like what the fuck? Like what made you stop with me?
yeah. So your radar is going
You
off.
just retiring or some shit? Like yeah, that my it would. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna just automatically jump to conclusions, but I'm just gonna pay attention a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm still paying attention a little bit. I'm gonna maybe
Did you fuck around, Wave? Mom, did you fuck Kanye?
I'll be more curious, like what? But maybe I do give people like opportunity to grow. Maybe she got tired of it, and then she wanted to like a drastic change. So
that's an extravagant ass lifestyle change, boy.
I mean, shit, I feel like at some point, especially if she done been through too many situations, like, no, I need to try me a regular 9-to-5 nigga. I'm still fucking with a manager. He just ain't this dope boy.
let me ask y'all this.
I think. Go ahead.
Is there like is this a stereotype or girl like that fucks with type of nigga? She gonna have standards? Like, can a Lenscraft manager meet her standards?
Yes, because if she's willing to fuck with somebody that works at Landcraft, then she know her expectations are different.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I don't really see.
Cause like, would that be like that's why you always be asking me to do
So
that relationship?
I'm gonna tell you this. So what he's saying is possible. It's very possible. But from just my interaction with women, friends, girlfriends, whatever, once they see the better style in life, like say that a nigga can provide for them,
It's hard to go back.
they usually not gonna moonwalk back. That's really just what it is.
True.
That is true. I said it's possible. I said most women that I've met, I'm talking through my experience.
They're not ready to go to the Landcraft nigga. They still want the same type of nigga.
No, well, you're not understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying from my experience, that's why you can't say that that's not right. I'm saying through my experience and interaction with women, the niggas that they've dealt with, once a nigga introduces them to another lifestyle, like this is how you should be getting treated, or like just the extravagance of whatever they're getting, they don't usually backpedal. Like say if her and that nigga break up, usually those are now her standards. That's from, or if they do go back, it's not as drastic. It's from like a ball player to.
I was going based off the question. Like,
if
you're willing to take that far of a back pedal, if you want to even call that a back pedal.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about lifestyle wise. Yes, that's a back pedal. Most likely.
I would think though, from my understanding, talking to girls, they like, I hear this a lot. When you deal with a nigga like a baller or a scammer, that extravagant lifestyle, they're more likely to entertain other girls.
Facts.
So it's like to be an ain't shit nigga. So
Yeah.
if you're a Lenscraft manager, you're more likely fit the lifestyle of a nigga. So it could be like trauma in both ways. So it's like, I'm tired of getting ran on, I'm trying to get cheated on, so now I'm gonna go to a nigga I don't think he'll do that.
But then it's like, damn, this nigga might not have the money.
I had that money to give me that Birkin bag.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's possible. But I definitely.
We should have asked this question last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a good faithful man. And the glasses deal. What?
Yeah, nah, that's cap. I think it's too hard. It's too hard for, it's like, that's why you see niggas like once they be broke, and then when they get some money, it's like hard for them to, like if they end up being broke, that's when they have their hardest time. It's like, damn, like it's hard for me to get back here. So I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting, I'm gonna ask that question to a woman, the next girl on the podcast. I'm gonna ask that same question. So. Time for facts.
Facts, cap. Does the unchecked lie eventually become the truth? Facts or cap?
Does an unchecked lie
eventually become the truth? Facts or cap? And why?
to who?
You
said about lies.
Does an unchecked lie? I mean, it could be any scenario. So it could be, damn, Justin in 3rd grade used to steal crayons. And every time I see you, I bring it up. Every time I see you, you just laugh it off. And after a while, and then 10 years from now,
yes, that's true. That's facts. That's facts.
True.
That's
he
facts.
doesn't say nothing about it.
That's facts.
So that's an example of an unchecked lie.
That's facts, and I'm gonna tell you why. I can give you an example. RP to Kobe, but that Matt Barnes situation that he had, where he is doing the ball at him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From that angle, it looks like he's literally trying to hit Kobe in the face and intimidate him, and Kobe's not flinching, right? And for 10 years, or however long it may be, Matt Barnes never said anything about the situation. And then one day,
They had a different angle.
he said it, and then they showed the different angle, and he was kind of staggered over here, and he's doing the ball right here. But people still was on Twitter like, nah, fuck that, Kobe. You know what I mean? Kobe ain't never scared. So it's like,
that shit ain't changed shit.
yeah, so it's like, if you let it slide for so long, it does turn into the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say if you got a situation with your girl, and she believes that this happened, you did this, and she's been mad at you for 10 years about this situation. And
say protect somebody.
Yeah, and you just say you was trying to look out for your mans or whatever, and then you came, then finally you told her the truth, she gonna still be like, well, why the fuck? Like, she might be mad at that and still like, she didn't invested so much time into that, she's still gonna be mad about it. You know what I mean? Because you don't know if it's the truth no more. But
yeah, that's facts, man. It's facts. I'm trying.
He trying to find a way. He trying to find a way
You
to say
don't
it's
check
fact.
it, does it become the truth?
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, y'all gave good examples. I can't think of one that I could share.
I mean, the girl, if somebody's understanding
what
enough,
it haven't became a.
Truth.
if somebody,
That's still the line.
if somebody's understanding enough, then and they might be like accept it, like, you know, okay, well, damn, that was the truth. But for the most part, we just talking about in general. I just from my experience, from what I've seen, no.
Yeah, because I just firm believer that perception is a reality thing. It's kind of like, if it just becomes reality, it don't matter if it's truth or not. And like you said, you believe in something so long, you get mad at somebody so long, you hold feelings so long, they give you the truth.
Y'all niggas said I was rich for 10 some plus years. I'm still broke.
And niggas, if a nigga tell you, bro, this
still
nigga
telling you
really
rich.
broke,
He could be really broke. This nigga Chris could have had $2 in his pocket, and I'm still gonna be like, nah, you rich. That's exactly.
There's niggas that don't even know Chris that be like Rich on Twitter.
I be trying to figure out how niggas be knowing they be saying that shit, like how they know the joke, cause I be like, damn, like,
where was you at when we started? But it ain't a joke. Niggas think he's rich, and he rich.
and he's I'm saying, and it's not a joke. He's rich.
And he rich, regardless of will we say it or not. I come over and be like, bro, this nigga Chris broke. He asked me for $10. Nigga ain't gonna believe that shit.
Chris might ask you for $10.
He trying to fit in. He trying to fit in, trying to be broke as me. He trying to show he broke as me.
Hey, bro,
That nigga be homeless. Look at Chris trying to flex.
Yeah, this nigga Chris already alive.
That nigga flex with that $5 sign.
This nigga really out here in the rain with a sign. Chris, this how dedicated you are.
This nigga hire a nigga to repo his car. Look how this nigga gotta do it.
Rich nigga Chris, rich nigga Chris.
So yeah, I would say that becomes facts for the most part. Should white people be allowed to say nigga at concerts? Facts or cap?
Fucking do what you want. You paid your money for the shit.
White people be allowed to say nigga at music.
I mean,
Because if you you paid your money to go to the concert. Now, if you get hit upside your head, that you made a choice.
Yeah,
you made a choice to say a
exactly. I kinda
word.
agree with that.
Like, hey,
I'm just
say
feeling
what
like-
you want, but
Okay.
there's consequences to everything.
So there's two ways. No, there's two ways. There's a right way and there's a wrong way for you to be white and it be acceptable for you to say nigga.
Ooh.
There's a right way and a wrong way. So the wrong way, I'm watching Kendrick Lamar bring fans on stage, and they perform in Mad City. He gives it to the white boy or white girls. Man down, here you come, nigga. Now you just isolated yourself in that situation. So yeah, you cut it, get her off the stage. You can't say that. Now, if I'm YG and it's thousands of, I'm in Oklahoma.
Can't do that song without.
I'm in Oklahoma, I'm in, Nebraska performing, said I'm gonna ride with my motherfucking niggas. I can't stop 1,000 white people from saying nigga.
Ride for my motherfucker.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna do too.
All of them right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, I could like walk off or some shit, but I mean, like, who the fuck gonna do that?
I mean,
You know,
shit,
it's
I
not
seen that this
realistic.
weekend, seeing some of them videos from
That's been happening since the
Super Bowl.
beginning of time, bro.
It's
I've been to Travis Scott, Kendrick Lamar concert.
Yeah, I've been to Kendrick.
Full of white people, and they're
Yeah.
singing it word for word.
Right.
Come on,
Now,
man.
if you offend the
Same
right
thing.
black person that's around, you get hit.
But like,
Yeah,
as a
so,
black person,
I mean, just know there is.
in that situation.
I wouldn't be offended, but I don't know what trauma somebody else may have, especially if, like I said, it's in a town like, say, in Nebraska, and like where you like one of the only black niggas in this city.
Don't go to the concert, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, you gonna get a lot of trouble.
Yeah, so I think it's like, I don't know. I don't necessarily know your trauma. I wouldn't sweat it, but
Everybody ain't thinking how you.
yeah, you know.
Alright, to piggyback on that, use
This
black
shit white
emojis.
people.
Hey, so you making sure to make this extra black.
So
This is
basically,
what talking about white people.
you're talking about one of the Kardashians. What's her name?
Chloe.
Chloe. She need her ass whooped. She need her fucking
Chloe
ass
Black.
whooped. No, the fuck
OJ
she
her
ain't.
daddy.
Clean shit. You're right.
Hey, talking about conspiracies. I believe that shit.
Yeah,
You talking about
she
unchecked
look like
line?
that nigga.
I believe OJ.
Yeah, that's the truth too.
But
Okay,
outside of
so
that,
let's just
so
say,
white person-
let's just say Kim Kardashian.
I'm
Let's say it was Kim.
gonna change it. Do you have a problem if you're on Twitter and somebody put like the rolling eyes or like a black emoji and they white?
Like
That
a
makes
problem
sense.
isn't. I'm not gonna take it as far as a problem. Like I'm not gonna like. I feel like if it's a problem, me personally, if I have a problem, I'm gonna check you about it. So if it's not really something I feel like checking you about, it's not a problem to me. Now for me, if anything, I might roast his ass. Like, you really think you a nigga, don't you? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would roast you, but I wouldn't.
So if you text your homeboy and just a white co-worker, white friend, and
You my friend.
I'm be like, hey, bro. I'm just be like, hey, bro. Why you got that? Why you got that emoji? Like, I'm gonna ask him.
And what if they said,
It depends on what they say. Like,
what?
like that's how I identify as black. I'm be like, nigga, cut that shit out.
I'm like, you know
I'm
what?
gonna tell him cut that shit. I said, okay, you want to identify as black? Come with me. Let's ride over. Let's ride over to the bluff real quick. Let's ride over to the bluff real quick and let me leave you on the block for a few hours.
Shit,
Like,
I don't
what are you talking
identify
about? You know what I'm saying?
I'd be
Like,
white for that.
yeah, like that's my whole thing. Like, let me take you to the projects real quick. Goddamn, I can get rid of that shit in a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm out
What if they
of
don't identify as black? They just don't like. They don't think it's a big deal. Like, why would you ask me that? I don't care. It's
I mean, I'm gonna tell them, look, like I tell everybody else, the same way I tell white people when they say niggas. I'm not necessarily gonna be the guy that's gonna be mad at that. You feel me? Like, it doesn't make me mad. I'm not the one that's gonna have you give consequences, but some niggas may. So just be ready. I'm not saying that somebody gonna put their hands on you or anything, but just know that you might have some more black friends and you might be having a more in-depth conversation about that. And they might say some things to you that you might take to heart, or they might say that they're offended and you might need to hear them out. But I'm forewarning you that that's what come with it. But for me, I kind of think it's funny, but I'm just letting you know there are consequences to your actions.
And you said you don't really care at that point. Co-worker or friend using the black emoji.
I don't know. You gotta know your friends, bro.
Yeah, if it's, I'm thinking about a friend. If it's a coworker, like say hey, could you come in an hour earlier? And I say yeah, and then they hit me with the
okay with the black fingers?
like say it's like I don't have a relationship with you. Then I'll be like, look at this. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna be like,
I
whatever.
really don't think I'll say shit.
I'll probably just show all the niggas. I'll probably screenshot and send all the niggas at work. Like, bro, what's up with this dude?
I'm colorblind.
Yeah, I'm probably like, what's up with this dude, bro?
So piggybacking off the question that we had last week
Well, you piggybacking everything.
about the side. Can you cheat on the side piece? Or can the side
I'm trying to figure out what this piggyback
can the side piece you cheated on? The majority said no, except B. He was like, yeah. So let me ask you this: you have a problem with your homie smashing your side piece? Facts, cap.
It depends on
And
the level of the side piece.
It's your second.
no,
you have a
right.
main relationship. You stepping out. You got a side piece.
I just want to say real quick. When I watched back what he said, I agree with what he said. I think I did agree with him on the show, but I'm saying I agree with what he said. I agree with what he said. I get what he's trying to say right now. Like, basically, you trying to say, like,
Because
some niggas have side pieces and they just there, like, I'm just here to come fuck you and keep moving.
Some niggas have
Some
second
niggas
girlfriends.
be invested, yes, and they have second girlfriends.
But the way
They might enjoy the side piece more than they enjoy their wife.
sometimes the main really is. It's just the
Yeah, the man is just like, yo, we committed first. It's like for some people, the main girl is just like, we committed first, but I really don't want to be with you, but like I'm just not leaving.
That's just
But this girl is really like my main girl, but she's considered a side piece.
So, but your homie, you call your. That's how you identify as your side piece. You might not tell your homie that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a problem in general if your homie smash your side piece. Is that a problem? Facts or cap? Quiet on the set.
My ego. Okay, so look, my ego. I'm trying to think of me
We
in
can
that
paint it to a
situation.
scenario.
Yeah, I'm
Let's paint it
thinking
to a
of.
scenario.
I'm
So we
thinking
at work, right? and then you got a main girl, you got a girlfriend, public girlfriend, Facebook, whatever, and then you start fucking with this girl at work. She cool as fuck. She quiet. She holds you down. Y'all fucking. You start feeling her, but you know, y'all partner work with you. You get moved to a different department, so they get to spend more time together. A week later, he tell you, yeah, man, you know, I smashed homegirl too, bro, because
I'm gonna be more mad at her.
than him.
Yeah.
She giving away about you cheating on me.
Yeah, I still if
That's what they got going on.
if they that close, if she that close of a side piece, come on, man.
You know what?
Close to her. Like you could go. Yeah, I can't get mad if you fucking somebody else, but don't go outside my crew.
I'm thinking of the scenario, right? Yeah, first of all, yeah, I don't. Just because you my side, that don't mean that I want you just running through the squad.
And mind you, she got a whole boyfriend in this scenario.
Okay, so
That's
look,
fine.
I just don't want you running through the squad. Like, damn, and I gotta deal with a third person fucking you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now it's like,
To answer that question, side girls can't cheat.
yeah, no, I don't cheat. Yeah, because if we got an agreement,
You cheated on us.
Look, put it like this. If we got some kind of understanding, like, it's a difference, like, if we just, like, yo, we just fuck from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I might hit, like, once a month or, like, once every 2 months or something, you know, on the side. Then that's kind of, like, established. But if y'all really are, like, involved with each other, like how you said, especially like you just say you work together. So y'all obviously have some kind of work relationship and then maybe a relationship outside of work as well. Then you fucking a nigga at the job that's my friend, yeah, you violated. And I mean for him, am I mad at him? It depends on the severity of what he knows about the situation. Like
He knows y'all fucking, he knows y'all cool, but obviously he don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
much
I
you
just
love
saying like
her.
I know how niggas put it out like it ain't shit. Like so then it's like, well nigga, you need to check yourself because you act like you don't give a fuck about her. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see you still being a little upset. Like damn, you should have asked me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you put that out there. Now if it's like you know this nigga knows 100% how I feel about her.
I'm talking about everything. Like man, my anger be on her. If I break on her, I'm going on her.
Yeah. Nah, that nigga
Like
told
she
me.
already set the line.
Respect
up,
the game, bro.
Nah, bro.
Respect the game, bro.
That nigga be like, bro, that's your side still.
It don't matter, bro.
Mm.
It don't matter. You got mad. You know what I'm saying? What if you had that situation? I'm gonna leave it alone.
I think that's the problem when you
give
go
a butt.
outside.
Let me
Go ahead.
give a butt. But if my side is willing to go, then hey,
No, that's right.
maybe we just ain't as close as I thought it was. Just go ahead, like,
Yeah.
hey, now if one thing, oh, I'm trying to hop down. I'm like, all right, shoot your shot.
I done had
Now,
girls
if she
that
don't go, yeah, I'm like, damn.
I done had girls that I done had like a girl one time that I was just fucking. If she fucked like, now it don't even necessarily gotta be the homie, but like say somebody I associate with, that shit might turn me off a little bit. Like I'll be like, shit, go fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Like you don't
Selfish with the pussy.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't want. Sometimes you don't like. You know what?
Share. That's not the share.
Yeah. Like I ain't trying to share. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't share that pussy.
At least once I'm done, then you can have it.
Yeah. You got another one?
A lot more. But I'm gonna do this last one for me. This is to me. I'm gonna say it first. Facts or cap? Is it better to be 6-0 in the finals or 7-3 in the finals? Which one's better?
Are you talking about basketball?
Sure.
Because if we talking about football,
Talking about
like say we talking Tom Brady, talking Michael Jordan.
I didn't say
Different.
who. I said we're talking. Let's say NBA. Is it better to be 6-0 in the finals or 7?
You know what? I feel like I can respect them both the same. Now, if I had to, the reason I say that is because 6-0 is very dominant, right? It's just its own perspectives of shit. So 6-0 shows me that probably within that, maybe that decade, you were probably dominant as fuck. You were the most dominant player at that time or whatever. I'm just reading from the record.
Okay.
If I look at 7-3, then it's for me it's like, okay, so this is I respect this from a different perspective. Like you've been dominant maybe the longer tenet of your career. Like you've had longevity. Your longevity is basically longevity versus dominance. You know, like it's a different type of dominance. One is just like I dominated right here from this year to this year. You can't stop me. 6-0, or just When I get to this point, I'm the best. If I'm 7-3, 7-3 lets me know it's just like, you know what? I got the longevity because I done been to more.
Yeah, and
I end up winning more. Like 7-3 is not a bad record.
I said, well, mine depends on how long you've been in that league. So if I've been in the league 15 years and it's 7-3 versus me being in the league 20, the same 15 years and
So in this scenario,
6.
they've been in the league the exact same amount of time.
Oh no!
So they're
7-3.
Yeah.
7-3.
Easily.
Yeah. They're not easily, but yeah.
Why is it not easy? Like I think this is.
You win more.
I think this is the
It's cut and dry.
the dumbest debate in sports.
Yeah, I think that if you 7-3, you got more.
You got more champions.
And you've been to more.
You've been to more. You got more. But
So you win the argument.
this idea.
6-0 though is just impressive because nigga, I don't lose.
I hate that. I hate that.
But you gotta get there, man.
To say that I don't, it feeds them. I see it all the time. Michael Jordan never lost. I literally see that word. He never lost. And then like he lost a lot. Like, oh, he never lost.
I'm talking about when you get there though.
But you gotta get there.
Yeah, that's
so
facts.
we play the game to win championships, right?
Yeah.
So why are you getting punished for getting there?
I'm not saying. See me, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't hold the 7-3. I'm not holding the 3 against them. Me particular, I know what you're talking about. I know how niggas think. But for me, that's why I say 7-3 wins that debate. The only reason I'm saying that it's close, like I don't think it's just clear cut the easiest.
7 is bigger than 6.
Yes, it is.
Simple.
But okay,
as far as
Will Chamberlain's better than MJ.
6-3 would still be better.
Huh?
So Will Chamberlain better than MJ?
Why?
Because what he got 10?
Well, Chamberlain got like 1.
Well, who the fuck got 10?
Bill Russell got.
Well, Bill Russell was better than MJ then.
No. And it's not because you add context now. You add in people with whole careers. I'm just talking about what record is better. Like what record? If somebody said we're on no context.
Oh, if you're asking what record is better, yeah, 7-3.
Cool, because some people don't be like.
I'm saying that 6-0 is just it's still close as far as like impressive wise to me. That's all I'm saying.
To me, if you never lost in the big game, once you got there, that's cool. It's like a caveat. It's a stat. It's like a triple double. But it doesn't mean that you're incapable of losing. Because if you play a 15-year career, you've lost 9 times.
I get that, but
You've literally.
I just think it's just more braggadocious. Like for me, like it's more of a bragging right. Like nigga, yeah, you got 7 and you got the 10 and you won 7. But me, I don't lose. Like it's just something. It gives me the right. It gives me the right saying like, yeah, nigga, you might have got there more. But when I get to that motherfucker, I don't lose. Nigga, I don't even know what heartbreak feel like.
You
nigga.
do.
7-3, you come back and say, well, shit.
I won more.
You ain't been out there long enough.
Listen,
good enough
it's a
to
great
get there.
argument. It's a great argument. I think it's a great argument. I think that y'all can sit there all day and argue about it.
So what's better? You have a 15-year career. It's the same player, same accolades. In the first 8 years, you go to 6 finals and you win all 6 of them, and then you never get back. You don't even make the playoffs no more. Or the exact same thing in the first 8 years, same stats, same players, same everything. You win 6 finals, and then your 14th year, you make a run, you get to the finals, and you lose in 7.
See, I think
6-0.
I think where you're kind of arguing my argument is like I said that I agree with y'all with the 7-3, like with the longevity. I agree with that. Like how you just broke down the longevity, I agree with that. All I'm saying is I respect the argument because to me I feel like it's not just it's clear cut. Like maybe it's clear cut to you, but I just think like put it like this: if I had 2 uncles right now and they both told me that that was their thing, then I'll be like, okay, well let me go grab me some goddamn liquor. Cause these niggas finna go out all night and they gonna have points. Both of them is gonna have their points.
In my opinion, one of them would be dead wrong. B. I feel so strongly about that because I think it takes away, it punishes people for being in second place. And it excuses losing in the first round. It excuses losing in the second round. It excuses losing in the Eastern Conference Final, in the conference final.
But see,
it literally excuses.
But see,
you can lose in the conference final.
See, that's why context could be important because it could be like how you said in 10 years they went 6-0, and then maybe his career was just cut shorter, like maybe he had a Derrick Rose injury or some shit.
And that's perfect.
So that's where the argument.
So now you talking about because now people want to say Michael, and that's why I feel like the Michael Jordan debate. You don't have to say he never lost in the finals. That's the most impressive accomplishment. Because it's not. To me, it's the fact that he won 6 out of 8. When he was dominant, when he was in his bag, he wasn't losing. Period. It wasn't the fact that because you got to win in the first round, you got to win the second round. Not the fact that once he got there.
I think what you're saying is unpopular.
It is unpopular because we've been conditioned. I used to feel that way. I remember when I was.
I mean, but 6-0 in the finals is impressive.
It is impressive, but it's not the.
It's just like when I get there, it's 100% right that I handle business when I get there.
I think
that's all I'm saying.
When I get there part.
Imagine if Chris,
when I get there,
I don't know how Call of Duty works. Well, let's just say Mortal Kombat, right? And once, like, say you do your tournament, it's guaranteed when I get to the end of this tournament, I'm winning. Put your money on me. I'm not going to lose. History proves that.
No.
The other one is I won one more, but I've lost 3 times. So niggas might have lost some money, or nigga might have, been disappointed, or niggas seen that. That's all I'm saying.
This one right here is one of those ones like
it's close.
It's opinionated. It's like it's opinionated. It's like
I respect both opinions.
It's insanity to me, bro.
I don't think it's insanity.
It's insane because
6 and 7 is not big of a difference, bro.
One's
so it's
bigger.
like we both.
Would you rather have $70 or $60?
It's better. It's better.
It's better, and that's it. That's it.
It's close though. Like 60 and 70, like
it's close.
Like
that's better.
What I'm saying.
Yeah. No, but I'm not really arguing with Justin. I'm arguing the tens of people I argue with about this. I get it. I agree with you. I'm not blind because I used to feel that way. I used to say Peyton Manning lost in the finals. I used to say a finals loss counts like a -1 ring. I used to say that shit.
No,
I don't
agree with that.
To put those two together, there has to be context.
That's what I'm thinking. Like you gotta have context.
Without context, 7 is bigger than 6.
In my mind,
the 3 losses in the finals.
I'm not even worried about the 7. I'm thinking 10.
I've
been there 10 times.
That's better.
Nobody cares about you. Like, let's just be honest. No, I'm thinking. No, look. I agree with you. I agree with you. But the common person is not gonna give a fuck. It's not gonna give a fuck that you've been there. Let's say that we talking about 6-0. Let's even the playing field. 6-0 versus 6-3, and you just went to more finals over a long amount of time. And you got 6. Kind of like, let's say LeBron ends up getting 6, right?
Okay.
And Michael Jordan had 6.
Okay.
You're gonna say Michael Jordan was more impressive. So a lot of people are gonna say Michael Jordan is more impressive because he don't lose.
No.
Whereas LeBron. He been at this point. That means he would have been in like 12 finals or 13 finals or some shit. But your first thought when you see those records isn't, damn, this nigga been to 13 finals. It's like, nah, you can see that 6-0. That's gonna just it eyes you out.
People gonna say, hey, LeBron went through this team, this team. They gonna say Jordan stayed on one team.
I'm gonna get to the point what you said.
Context.
You said
I'm just saying I understand it.
I hate he does lose. He lost a lot.
No, you're talking, but see, you're hearing what you want to hear. He don't lose in the finals.
You didn't say that.
I did say that. I've been saying that the whole time.
I've been saying that the whole time. Just when you brought LeBron, you didn't say that.
But that's what I'm saying. I said he's 6-0 in the finals.
You didn't say that.
When I get there, I don't lose. That's what I said.
We're gonna run it back. my only point is saying is, if LeBron wins 2 more, I'm not gonna say 6-3 is better than 6-0. With context. Because with context, I'm gonna say that Michael was better. I felt like he was more dominant. He had a more dominant reign. So his prime was more dominant. LeBron was more stretched out, where he was in second place here, first place here, second place here, second place there. He overachieved in certain areas. So then there's the longevity versus a dominant debate, which is a good debate. But without context, when you just say what would you rather have, if Michael Jordan in 1999 they ran it back and let's say they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? This is the better question. If Michael Jordan, right? Let's say Phil came back one more year, and Scottie Pippen came back one more year. They played. This is the lockout year, right? So they said they beat the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, but Scottie Pippen back, go all the way out. So he's out for the series. Now he plays the Spurs, and they lose in 5. Would that be worse for his legacy?
Would that be worse for Michael Jordan's legacy?
Yes. So now you take away the 6-0.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it's like drastic, but it will be. It will be. If Floyd Mayweather lose right now, if Floyd Mayweather lose right now, he's 50-0.
Yeah.
If he go 50-1, you gonna be like, damn, Floyd, like you gonna. That's now you put it like this.
Look.
look.
Floyd.
They try to
What I'm
associate
saying
that it
is-
don't only counts once you get to the finals. That's not true.
What I'm saying is, look, when you lose, like when you're, let's say that, like you just said, how you just described that, they go 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael Jordan's legacy, the narrative of his legacy is that he doesn't lose in the finals.
Yes.
And then you lose one, so now
It ruins the narrative.
it's opening up the door for somebody else to beat that narrative, because there had never been nobody been undefeated 6-0. I'm sure.
No.
I don't think it's ever been nobody had to do that, right?
Bill lost twice.
So yeah, so now that you lose one, it's gonna more so take away, like, damn, like the narrative has changed that now Michael Jordan, he's beatable, but he's still dominant, he's still the GOAT. But he's beatable. Your first inclination ain't to look and be like, well, I mean 6-1 is great. We're conditioned that we just don't like losing, period.
So
nobody likes losing.
So the question would have been, it would have been better for him to lose to the Knicks than
What?
beat the Knicks.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
I'm saying that's the narrative.
Insane to me.
That's the narrative.
You're saying it's better to lose earlier than to lose later.
I'm not saying that. Listen,
It's better. Like
I agree what you're saying, but
I don't have a chance to win, even though I might lose, because it'll ruin the perception. And I'm not arguing the perception.
Well, that's what. But no, the perception can be wrong. But that's what athletes push that narrative too. You know what I'm saying?
They're dumb.
Athletes push that narrative too. So that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like nobody wants a second place trophy.
Yeah, but
that's just not, you know.
It don't make it any
so,
worse than a fourth place trophy.
I think they saying if we just watch you continuously losing over and over again in the finals, we'd rather just watch you not even make it. That's what they saying. Like it's been hard watching LeBron. I'm sure for some people, watching him lose 6 times in the finals. You know what I mean?
I agree, but then you're adding context, because the conversation becomes different. When
I'm just saying if I'm watching
the finals, if you lay an egg in the finals, that's really bad.
So what I'm saying is,
so I'm not gonna.
I just think that it's close. That's what I'm saying. I just think it's close. Like you got a high win percentage, and you got one more win than me. But I can say that I got a perfect win percentage. It's just what you.
I feel like as a competitor, if I'm undefeated and I know this nigga's tough and gonna beat me if I meet him, I'm gonna lose on purpose so I can protect my legacy. It just.
See, I ain't say all that.
I feel like that's what a nigga rather say. Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know, man. You got any more? That's it.
Another good episode, man.
I think we good, man.
Another good episode. Facts and Cap, episode 33. Scottie Pippen, bro.
We out.
Stay clean as a whistle, you think you official, we know that you not. Hop on the mic and discuss every issue, might take a few shots. Kick back and relax, don't overreact, it's only your thoughts. Tell me is it facts or maybe it's cap, we never gon' stop.